The movie opens with a beautiful girl named Claire, who lives with her mother, Miss Maud. Her father had passed away many years ago, and now her mother was no longer alive either. Miss Maud was actually Claire's stepmother, but she had always taken very good care of her. Claire used to go jogging every morning, and like every other day, she went out for a jog today as well. While crossing a bridge over a river, a car suddenly stopped in front of her. Claire didn't think much of it and kept walking forward, but suddenly a kidnapper grabbed her, shoved her into the trunk of the car, and drove away. The car passed through a tunnel, crossed mountainous roads, and then headed toward a forest. The car was being driven by a woman, but after traveling quite a distance, an animal suddenly appeared on the road, causing an accident. The car crashed into a tree, which caused the trunk to open. Claire managed to escape from the trunk and started running into the forest to save herself. She was running to escape from the kidnapper, but she had no idea how she would make it through the forest. After running for a while, she stopped at one place, exhausted, and began looking around. At that moment, the female kidnapper also arrived there and pointed a gun at her, saying, "You are very beautiful, and that is your biggest mistake." As soon as she said this, a gunshot was heard, and the scene cuts. After that, we see Claire sleeping in her room. When she wakes up, she realizes that she isn't wearing any clothes. Just then, a man named Richard enters the room with food. Claire asks him about her clothes, and Richard explains that they were put into the washing machine because she was soaking wet, and he didn't want her to get sick. That's why her clothes had to be removed. Claire then asks what happened to the woman who kidnapped her. Richard replies that he had gone into the forest to hunt, but instead, he had to kill a woman because she was about to shoot Claire. He adds that because of her, he is now in serious trouble. Richard then asks why that woman wanted to kill her. Claire says she doesn't know who the woman was or why she kidnapped her, and that she now wants to go to the police. Richard tells her that the police won't do anything. He then gives her a shirt to wear and leaves the room. Claire goes downstairs and realizes that the place is in the middle of the forest, surrounded by nothing but trees and mountains. She tries to call her stepmother using the phone there, but the call doesn't go through. Just then, a man named Vincent arrives, looking for his inhaler. He says he can't survive without it because he has asthma. He asks Claire who she is and what she's doing there. Claire replies that she doesn't know anything. Vincent responds, "Fine, don't tell me," and then adds that she is very beautiful, so beautiful that anyone could go crazy looking at her. Coughing, he grabs his dog and explains that his dog is sick. He asks Claire if she can help him hold the dog. Claire agrees and helps him, but suggests that he should take the dog to a doctor. Richard, however, says that he can't take the dog to a doctor because they won't treat it properly. After some time, Vincent starts playing the violin to entertain Claire. While listening to the melody, Claire slowly falls asleep when a man suddenly comes and asks her, "Who are you?" Claire is shocked, wondering why Richard would ask such a question. Then she realizes that Richard has a twin brother who looks exactly like him. His name is Francis. Richard then tells Claire that she must leave this place because the people who wanted to kill her could come here as well. Claire says that no one knows she is there and begs him to let her stay for a few more days because she is extremely scared. But Richard refuses and angrily shouts that she must leave. In reality, Claire starts developing feelings for Richard. That night, Claire cannot sleep and keeps thinking about Richard. Somehow, she manages to get through the night. The next morning, when Claire wakes up, both brothers are gone. She steps outside and meets Vincent, who is about to take his dog to the doctor. Claire goes along with him. They reach a doctor named Sam, who checks the dog and says that nothing is wrong with it. He mentions that he has to go somewhere now, but he will come to their house the next day to check the dog again. The doctor also asks Claire if she lives with the twin brothers. Claire replies that she does. On their way back home, Vincent asks Claire if she would like a drink, and she agrees. Before that, they stop by a bookstore, where they meet the bookstore owner Charles and a church priest named Father Gilbert. Charles starts complimenting Claire on her beauty and shows them some books. After buying a book, Claire and Vincent go out for drinks and begin talking about their lives. Claire says, "I've loved playing the violin since childhood, but after my mom's accident, I gave everything up. My life felt like it came to a standstill. Now I want to forget the past and start a new life." After that, they return home, where Vincent gives Claire a violin as a gift. Just then, Richard arrives and angrily scolds Claire, saying, "Why did you need to go out? Now everyone knows you're here." Claire feels deeply hurt by this and goes to her room. She doesn't know where she will go anymore. A little later, she sees Richard outside chopping wood. She goes to him and silently watches him for a while. When Richard comes closer, Claire asks, "Do you really want me to leave?" And the two of them lose control right there. The next day, Dr. Sam arrives and checks Vincent's dog again. Vincent then takes his dog out for a walk. After that, Sam starts talking to Claire, asking her where she's from and casually flirting with her. He tells her that he owns a clinic and works there, and then he leaves. That night, Claire can't sleep, so she goes and sits with Richard while he's watching TV. She was very happy about what happened the last time, so she once again tries to attract Richard. Once again, things get intense between them. But afterward, Claire realizes realizes that this isn't Richard, it's his brother Francis. She asks him, "Why didn't you tell me earlier that you were Francis?" Francis replies, "I couldn't stop myself, and everything happened in just a few moments. Please don't tell my brother about this." The next morning, Claire goes out for a jog when a man arrives on a motorcycle. He turns out to be the same church priest they met at the bookstore. The priest asks, "Would you like to come to church with me? You'll feel much better." Claire agrees and goes with him. At the church, the priest talks to her and says, "Is there something you want to say?" Confessing in front of a priest lightens the heart, and every confession here remains a secret. Claire says, "I spent the night with both of the twin brothers, and now I want to get away from them. Is that wrong?" The priest replies, "God has forgiven even greater sinners than you, because they ask for forgiveness with a sincere heart." After that, Claire goes to a restaurant and asks for a job, and she gets hired. From there, she tries calling her mom, but the call gets disconnected. Claire assumes there's a problem with the phone line, but the truth is something else. To explain this, the story goes back 7 days earlier. Bernard was trying to say something important to Claire, while Maud was watching everything from upstairs. Bernard couldn't bring himself to speak to Claire. Later, he goes to meet Maud, Claire's stepmother. Maud becomes suspicious of him and says, "Our relationship has been getting worse day by day, so I think we should take a break." Bernard agrees and says, "Yes, absolutely. I was thinking the same thing for the past few days." After that, we see Bernard go into a room and call Claire. He tells her, "I couldn't say this to you earlier. The truth is, I keep watching you all the time. You are incredibly beautiful, and I've started to fall for you." After saying this, he leaves. However, Maud overhears everything from outside. She is completely shattered from within and decides to take action. Later, Maud goes to a beauty parlor where she starts talking to the beautician. She tells her about Claire and her boyfriend. The beautician offers to help her and says she can remove Claire from her life. Hearing this, Maud gives her some money so that Claire can be taken out of the way. The story then returns to the present, where Maud is sitting with her boyfriend Bernard. They are talking about Claire, wondering why she hasn't been coming to the hotel for the past few days and assuming that she might be sick. During this time, Claire had called Maud, but Maud cut the call without answering. In reality, because of Claire's beauty, Maud's relationship was falling apart, which is why she had decided. Meanwhile, Claire has started working at the restaurant and has become familiar with many people there. At the restaurant, the bookstore owner Charles is present with his son Clement. Charles introduces him to Claire, saying, "This is my son. He teaches karate and is a very good young man." Dr. Sam is also there, having come specifically to see Claire. When Claire approaches him, Sam takes the opportunity to flirt with her. Claire talks to him for a bit, and Sam says, "I had a dream where the two of us were together." In reality, Sam has started liking her and is trying to impress her. After that, Sam invites Claire to go to a club, and Claire agrees. We then see the two of them dancing at the club. During this time, a man approaches Claire and speaks to her rudely, asking her to go with him. Sam angrily pushes the man away and tells him to stay back. The man gets furious and is about to attack Sam, but Clement suddenly appears and kicks the man to the ground before leaving. Claire's mood is ruined, so Sam decides to drop her home. While driving, Claire praises Sam for standing up for her and tells him that he is a very good person. Hearing this, Sam stops the car in the middle of the forest. There, Claire once again starts attracting Sam toward her. Sam is unable to control himself, and the two lose control right there. Hearing their sounds, many wild animals gather around and start watching them. The next day, we see Maud arrive in front of the same restaurant where Claire works. After that phone call, she now knows that Claire is still alive. She then goes to meet the bookstore owner Charles and asks him if there is any place where she could stay. Charles tells her about the church. Maud goes to the church and meets the priest. She tells him that her stepdaughter is missing and that she has come here looking for her. When the priest asks for her daughter's name, she says Claire. The priest responds, "I think I know her. If you want, I can help you find her." That night, after finishing work, Claire returns to Richard and his brother. She tells them that she is happy living there with both of them. Richard begins to suspect something between Claire and his brother Francis, but he doesn't say anything. After a while, they hear Vincent playing the piano. Annoyed by the sound, the two brothers turn on dance music instead. Claire starts dancing, and both brothers watch her. Little by little, both of them become attracted to Claire. Eventually, they take her into a room where all three of them share an intense and emotional moment together. The next morning, we see Claire out jogging again. During her run, Charles's son Clement also appears, jogging alongside her. After running together for a short distance, Clement suddenly runs up to Claire, slips, falls to the ground, and then quickly runs away. Seeing this, Claire bursts out laughing. Later, Claire goes to the church and meets the priest. She tells him, "I'm in a relationship with another man as well. Does that that make me a sinner? The priest replies, yes, it is a sin, but people commit far worse sins and still walk freely. You are different. You should think carefully about what is right and wrong and live your life with awareness. After this, the priest introduces Claire to Maud. Claire is very happy to see her, still unaware that her own stepmother is the one who wants her. Claire asks Maud how she managed to find her. Maud replies, your call got disconnected, so I traced your number and came here. Now come back home with me. Claire refuses and says, I've learned how to live after coming here. I want to stay here. Maud responds, all right, I'll stay here for a few more days. On Sunday, we'll go for a picnic. Maybe by then, you'll change your mind. After that, Maud takes Claire out for a drive toward the hills. But Maud's intentions are very different. After driving some distance, she stops the car and asks Claire to check the tire. Before Maud can do anything, the priest arrives there. Claire and Maud then leave with him and head toward the restaurant. Later, when Claire's at the restaurant, Charles comes to her and says, my son thinks it's wrong for me to talk to you. He has started judging me. Tell me honestly, have I ever behaved improperly with you? Claire replies, no, he's misunderstanding the situation. Don't worry, I'll talk to him and explain. Claire then goes to meet Clement. Clement is a shy, reserved boy. Claire explains everything to him and kisses him, telling him that she will meet him properly later. After that, Claire leaves. She then returns and meets Charles again. This time, Charles starts talking to her in a slightly inappropriate, suggestive way. Claire becomes confused, thinking, his son is attracted to me, and now even this old man seems to want me. She asks Charles for some time and walks away. After that, Claire goes to Vincent's house, where she starts playing the violin with him. In fact, she sometimes comes there to learn the violin. As they look at each other, a strange emotional connection begins to form between them. The next day, Sunday, Maud takes Claire to a waterfall for a picnic. There is no one else around. As they talk, Maud offers Claire the bowl. Just as Claire is about to take a bite, Clement suddenly appears, making an excuse that he came there to go fishing. Claire invites him to join them and offers him the apple to eat. Maud quickly stops him and says, I don't like it when someone shows up and ruins a private picnic. In reality, hearing this, Clement leaves the place. Claire becomes angry with Maud, puts the apple aside, and walks away as well. After that, we see Claire and Clement bathing together, having a lot of fun. All of this is being watched by Maud from a distance. Maud later tells her boyfriend Bernard that Claire has completely changed and is now having an affair with a boy there. That night, Claire is at a party, dancing and enjoying herself with all her friends. Maud also arrives at the party and sees Claire happily dancing with everyone. She brings a drink and starts walking toward Claire. Suddenly, Clement bumps into her, causing the drink to spill. But Maud doesn't stop. She brings another drink and this time successfully gives it to Claire. After that, Maud starts dancing with Claire. Within a short time, Claire begins to feel dizzy. Using this moment as an excuse, Maud takes Claire outside, pretending to help her. Maud then puts Claire into a car and drives her along a mountain road. After going some distance, Maud says, you took away the only man who ever loved me. We see Claire lying motionless at the bottom of the hill. After that, Maud goes to a church and starts lighting candles to pray. Suddenly, her clothes catch fire. In the final scene of the story, Claire is shown in a hospital. She regains consciousness and sees the priest and all her friends standing in front of her. In reality, they manage to rescue her in time. Claire gives everyone a gentle smile, and with that, the story comes to an end.